What up there, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies, episode number 94. Rock Teasy's who I be, and I think I already know he's already said who number 94 gonna be, Griffin.
Right. Hey, it's your boy Griff, man, aka Mr. Michigan, Mr. Go Blue, aka in South Africa they call me Mr. Nchebe. That's beard. But 94, Charles Haley, San Francisco, Dallas, then back to San Francisco, 5 championships.
Pimping.
And it's your boy Super Dave. Do we have to vet him on this one? That's what I said last week. I said vet. I don't know what y'all listen. I listened back to that show last week, and I heard vet.
You said
no, you
vet.
said vet.
Oh my God.
And that's how you know he nice and wrong, because he was listening for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, oh.
It's all right. You messed up. No big deal.
So what y'all just hold on. What y'all just heard was him coming for me.
No,
trying to check me invented itself.
Yes, sir.
And it's your boy Super Dave. But guess what? We don't
care.
But we do care about March Madness. So the Final Fours are set, men and women. We're going to break it down, especially the women. Y'all know it's about to go down, man. It's going down. Then we're going to talk about the situation with Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, man. Divorcing, the kids are involved. It's getting pretty nasty. We'll break all that down and give you our thoughts and opinions on that. LeBron James, his days are coming to an end. Or are they? Dude dropping 40 points at 39 like it ain't nothing. And like doing it like easy. Like it's like when he doesn't score 30 plus, it's like he chooses not to score 30 plus. He just trying to want to get everybody else involved and let them play.
Right.
And when he needs to score, all right, it's time for me to score. It's becoming
he's
that.
so casual with the 26, 11, 12. Like he's so casual with it.
And we're going to talk about Albie Shore and the Diddy situation. And there's a whole
Albie Shore.
Yeah, well,
he got arrested while I was in South Africa.
No, man, but Albie Shore's oldest son.
His son.
Yeah.
His son.
Quincy, which is also stepson of Diddy.
Yeah, but
you know what
Diddy raised him now.
Diddy raised him. But yeah, absolutely. So that there's the whole stuff to unpack right there. Then we're gonna wrap up with that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna wrap up with Albie Shore, night and day face.
You know what I'm saying? The light-skinned homie in the building. So stay tuned, man. Let's get ready. The I Hate the Homie starts right now.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Holly come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, grip call up plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
What's good, y'all? This is Chris Davis, the star of Big George Foreman, the miraculous story of the once and future heavyweight champion of the world. And I hate the homies.
So we're gonna start off March Madness. Let's go in and get the guys out the way, because we already know the most important is the women. And we're going to probably spend a little bit more time talking about the women. So UConn, who is the Final Four in the men now?
UConn,
Purdue,
Alabama, North Carolina State, Purdue.
Okay, and North Carolina State got the men and the women in. So that's
so do UConn.
Yeah, come on, man, it's going down. So with the guys, I got UConn winning the whole thing, but it's gonna be a battle between Purdue and
they both second tier. Like who is it? North Carolina State could beat Purdue, but Purdue could have a bad game whenever that big giant George
Edie is the truth. Purdue.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's so to me, they're equally balanced. What about on that UConn, Alabama? You said you got UConn winning it all.
UConn gonna win the whole thing, man. They playing on a whole nother level. Now, here's the deal. UConn really ain't had an off game yet this year. Like they had a couple, but they haven't really had an off game. Like,
Right.
You know, they went on, I think, a 30-0 run to end the game, their last game. Like, who does that? Who goes on a 30-0 run? Like, who shuts the other team down? They don't even score.
But UConn is
You talk about what they did to Illinois, though, and Illinois was number 3.
It don't matter, man. Still, UConn. I got UConn Purdue in the final and UConn winning the whole thing.
Who is sweet from UConn, dog? Tell me who out there really banging, because we know when you talk about Purdue, you know you talking about the big youngin, and when you talk about Alabama, they got a couple dudes. But who is putting up these numbers for UConn like that?
All 5 starters in the 6th coming off the bench. Like they got a legitimate solid team. Like they from 1 to 6, they like dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they do got a pretty good bench as well, man. So you never know which player is going to be a leading. It's like they have a different leading score almost every game. You know what I'm saying?
That actually says a lot about their coaching. That's sweet.
So you have
in Alabama.
You got UConn too, Griff.
For the whole thing with these 4, UConn, Alabama, North Carolina State, Purdue, man, I'm gonna go ahead and go North Carolina State. Do it for Jimmy V.
How about that kid that played for North Carolina State? I guess you're a grown man. DJ Burns Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all hear that? I mean, he's putting up some pretty big numbers. I mean, he kind of reminds me like of a better version of Oliver Miller from back in the day. You remember Oliver Miller?
Out of Town Fort Worth.
Who you talking about?
Southwest High School, went to Arkansas, baby.
Pig? That's my homie from Atlanta. Yeah, Pig.
Big O.
He reminds me of him. And you heard that NFL scouts have been talking about, especially after this last week, watching him play. They said they could see him playing maybe offensive tackle, offensive lineman in the NFL. He's 6'9", which he's probably like 6'7", 275 pounds, so he had to add some more weight.
He ain't never going to be an offensive lineman in the NFL.
Well, why not?
At 275 pounds?
What I'm saying, you have to beef him up. I mean, they're talking about it, not me.
They saying out loud, like right now, hey, if this basketball don't work out, somebody will pick you up. Okay, got it.
They're very interested in this guy.
Yeah, for a big boy that's not muscular, but he just kind of just big, you know, he handled that weight pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Also, he can move too.
No, but I love the Oliver Mill. I love the pig reference, dog. That was dope. That was good.
It's gonna be fun watching him and Edie go back and forth in this matchup between Purdue, man. So, but let's
go going straight to the NBA, dog, or he playing again? Because I thought he was leaving last year.
No, he gone. He had to come back. He had a bone to pick with everybody that kind of
chumped him off because he
thought that he was overrated. Yeah,
I like that. Okay,
he playing like a whole nother doggone beast right now.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Clark. UConn men won last year, right?
Yeah.
Nigga went back to back.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So let's
go ahead and throw in my favorite white lady, like I Dream of Jeannie lady.
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, this is random. I'm gonna tell y'all both who my favorite white ladies was when I was a kid. Wonder Woman.
I like that.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yes.
Jeannie and Bewitched. Them was my favorite.
See, I thought I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched for so long was the same person when I was little.
I did too, dog.
I thought that was the same person.
We were kids, and you were just like, that's like the same white lady. When I saw Linda Carter was hippie as Wonder Woman, I was like, I need to get saved.
I like 2 of the 3 you mentioned. Definitely, I Dream of Jeannie. I watched it just for her.
Jeannie, I didn't even know what they was in the Air Force and all kind of other things was going on. I did not. I ain't know nothing else.
Jeannie like that. You wish you could have one like that.
Here she come. And then he always wanted her out the crib and in the bottle. I was like, they doing the Three's Company, Joan.
So
talk about her.
I take you referring to Caitlin Clark, Iowa superstar, the face of women's basketball right now.
Yeah.
And when I say women's basketball, that includes the WNBA, USA team, everybody. Caitlin Clark Matter of fact, you might as well just say she the face of basketball, including the guys. Like she's
Right
on that
now.
next level right now. She
Right
knocked
now.
off the champs, beat LSU, and now that she's advancing to the Final Four, and she got that Paige Beckers up next. Let me tell you about Paige Beckers with UConn. Paige
Well, hold
Beckers,
on. But you go to UConn, and I'm excited that because I know you know these ladies personally. So
Let's
this
go.
is not just the sports genius. This is you watching these girls, these young ladies come up with your daughter as well, or right below them or above them or something like that. But I know you saw them at all the AAU Jones. I thought it was really, really big that Iowa got back to play LSU again. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's the game Caitlin wanted all year. You know what I'm saying? Like she needed that for her because they lost. And remember, what's her name? Angel was doing all that. And
right? They both were doing all that.
Are we, Super Dave, are we going to hear what Angel had to say, dog, after she lost right now?
Let's go for it.
Angel.
I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and like not be there for them. So I just want to always just know, like, I'm still a human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship. And I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks. But I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything. And I would still sit here and say, like, I'm unapologetically me. I'm going to always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated, staying who you are, staying 10 toes, don't back down, and just be confident.
Who you want me to go first?
Yeah, I don't. Why she ain't say nothing about congratulations to Iowa
So
why she ain't say we out of it, you know? We thought we could come back and do a double for everybody. And why she ain't say I blame myself for not being that sweet the first 10 games of the season. Instead of all I heard was a victim. I'm not saying nothing bad about her.
She came out crying. And the part I don't like is be the same person you were before the year started. You became.
But I thought she was a competitor. Like I would have expected her to say, shout out to Caitlin. Caitlin Clark did what you want to do as an athlete. You want that second chance. You want that. She's been a competitor. That's fine. But now you're playing the victim. You're the one on social media. So what comes along with social media is you're going to get some hate. You're going to get people that don't like. That's what comes with it. Trolls. So the whole thing is you got to have thick skin. So what she did after the game on Monday night should have never happened. Be the same person you were after you won the championship last season and the same person you were throughout the year. Don't change that now. You still can be a role model. But you brought this on yourself by your actions, by what you do on social media. That's what people are getting angry about. She came out boasting and bragging about what they've done and what they can do and what they will do. It didn't end the way she wanted it. I think me, Rob, you gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. That's it. You gotta move on. It's almost like the Cam Newton. Remember Cam Newton after losing the Super Bowl, and he heard some of the guys talking in the back, and he went like this, and then he got up and thank you. No, be the same person all year long. People don't like me, but I don't give a damn. That's the way you gotta feel, and that's the way she should feel.
So, yep, I agree, man. Look, there's two parts to this. So let me start with the soft part. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got to have a whole nother kind of mindset when you're playing on this level.
Right.
She's always played on the highest level in basketball since she was a little baby girl. And she's always been the same player. She's always talked the noise. She's always, was real flamboyant. She always had that big personality. She always used to, she's the Draymond Green of women's basketball. She's always going to get into other players' head, talk that noise. No, she's always been that way. She's always been the bully on the basketball court. Even when she was in high school, she's always been that way.
But even at Maryland Rock, because she went to Maryland.
That's part of her game, though. That's a good thing. That's part of her game.
I like that. Get you riled up. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. Get you riled up while she go 29-12.
Right. So now here we go. So now back to what you was just saying, Super Dave and Grill. You're right, man. If you're going, you can't turn into a victim now. Things don't work out your way and you just flat out get beat. It is what it is. Now, one thing that we don't want, we don't like to see, people go through mental situations. They go through mental breakdowns. I think John is going through it right now with the Memphis Grizzlies. Why you say that? Because he's come out and said it. Look at all the stuff that he's done with the guns and all that kind of stuff.
You talk about real mental.
I'm talking about So Angel Reese. I don't know. I'm not with her every single day, but obviously all of this that's been on her shoulders and finally just hit her. And I think it hit her last night after that loss. I think it finally just. Normally, she's been always strong enough mentally, like, man, I ain't worried about what people say. I don't care what people. I know who I am. I'm confident who I am. And then all of a sudden, it just hit. So it ain't no excuse.
But it hit because you're not going to the Final Four and playing.
Good point. Because if they would have won the game, we wouldn't have heard that. I agree. I agree.
Man,
right?
Man.
So, but you're right. She said everything. She could have said everything that she said, but she should have finished up by saying, "Hey, what'd you say, Griff? Hey, big ups to Caitlin. Congratulations for Iowa for winning the game. Wish you guys the best of luck. Better team won tonight. And we're going to re-up, and it is what it is." And left it at that. You know what I'm saying? So, I
have no problem with how she is. I'm just saying right now you're playing the victim, but the same way you're playing the victim right now, you made a whole bunch of money the last year and a half.
Ain't gonna continue to make a lot more money.
And gonna continue to make a lot more money. But all we saying is this: you actually showed your behind last year when you played Iowa. Like you was hella disrespectful. And I mean, your coach got money and all that for getting the championship, but I thought this year, but we knew from the beginning something's wrong with them over there at LSU right now.
It's too many egos. That's all it was.
Yeah. But the personality they're taking up is who? Their head coach.
Yeah, Kim Mulkey is one of the greatest to ever do it, and she
has that same attitude. She's cocky.
She said next time push Angel Reese. How about that?
I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love that. I love those kind of coaches and players that got that. They got the look. It's not bragging or it's not cocky and arrogant if you backing it up.
When you do it,
when you back it up, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't mind the showmanship. I don't mind the trash talking. I don't look at that as being disrespectful. That's part of sports. But when you lose and you get beat,
eat that.
Eat it.
Did you guys see after the UCLA game on Saturday? I think it's Saturday or Sunday. When they played, when LSU played UCLA, at the end of the game, of course LSU won. But as they're going down the line to shake hands, Reese said something to the head coach of UCLA.
Right.
I don't know what was mentioned by the head coach during the week, but something was said. I just thought that was tacky too. You won the game, just move on, and that's how I feel.
Yeah, keep it moving.
And you're talking to a grown ass woman. You know what I mean? That's a head coach. But now these kids are making money. Now they feel like they're higher than what the head coaches are now. And they can say whatever they want to say now. Which some of them can because they're making a lot of money.
She could have said you might not be a coach long. Who knows what she could have said.
Hey.
But look, so right now the Final Four is South Carolina, North Carolina State, which is huge for the Carolinas. Like, I would like to be somewhere in Carolina, in Raleigh, Durham, or Columbia during that weekend. And then you got Iowa, UConn. Now, tell me about that little girl who had been sweet since she was a 5th grader, just like Caitlin Clark, and blew her everything out 2 seasons in a row, right, Rod?
You talking about Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers was Caitlin before Caitlin. Paige Beckers, as a freshman at UConn, she was the player of the year.
Yep.
Led her team to the Final Four. As a sophomore at UConn, led her team to the Final Four while injured. Like she had an injured knee, and then she got hurt, injured it again, and she missed her whole junior year last year. She had to sit out.
Yep.
In the meantime, Caitlin Clark took that spotlight and said, okay, well, now the spotlight is all on me now. But Paige Beckers is like, let me remind you who I am.
That's what I've been kind of seeing from her for the last 3 games. She was like,
remind
y'all
you
thought y'all was
who
getting
I am.
injured, Paige.
Come on, man. So this is gonna be a good matchup. You thought Angel Caitlin was gonna be a listen.
They're about to shoot. They just
Paige
about
and
to
Caitlin
shoot.
finna go at it, y'all. I'm telling you, man.
They guard each other.
Oh yeah. I mean, not the whole entire game, but they'll be matched up.
I'm saying
and they're good friends too. They've been playing, like all these girls been playing together forever, man. So it's gonna be a good one. So don't count UConn out. Don't count Paige out. Don't just give it to Iowa just because it's Caitlin.
Right.
Paige is a dog. Now let's go back to the
Gino's a hell of a coach. You got to remember. Okay, what has he done since he's been at UConn?
I promise
Gino is the face of women basketball at the whole university. You understand me? If you're a girl and you can dribble, you want to go see Gino.
What did Kobe's daughter
Gigi
before they passed away?
Right, she was going to UConn.
UConn, absolutely.
UConn.
Yeah. Kobe, his mama program supports UConn girls basketball because that's how much they love and respect that program. But let me tell you how to guard Caitlin Clark. And if I'm a coach, I'm picking my best defender and say, you guard her, face guard her. Don't worry about what's happening.
Yeah. I like that.
Don't
try
to play. Don't try to look at the player and see where the ball is. You just, I'm in your face. I'm not going anywhere. And if you get in foul trouble, because Caitlin's smart, she knows how to play. She knows how to play offense against that kind of defense. She gonna keep attacking, and you got a rider. And depending on what the referee is or who they are, they're gonna call some fouls sometimes, or you got an old layer. Either way, I got 2 people that's gonna be on her the entire game. I don't care if the ball hits you in the back of the head. Doggone it. It's a deflection. Maybe it's a turnover, but you aren't just going to run
the kind
free.
of coaching I'm talking about, dog.
Absolutely.
We're not going to get this far and lose to this lady, dog.
No, that's the reason why LSU lost. LSU, because of what you just said. You should have your best player, your best defensive player. Who is the best defensive player for LSU? Is it Johnson?
You got Flau'jae Johnson.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But she got in foul trouble a little early, so she couldn't call it the whole game.
So that makes you not the best defensive player because
it depends. It really depends on the referees, man. I tell my daughter Harmony all the time, learn your refs. You're gonna have some referees that's gonna let y'all play a little bit, and the ones that let you play, then that's when you get that dog-nosed defense. The ones that's gonna call them little ticky-tack fouls or whatever. Okay, learn the refs instead of complaining about it on the offensive side. You attack. Keep attacking because you're going to get them fouls. You don't get to the free throw line.
Well, Rob, they were saying this during the game. And I know what you said about Johnson got in foul trouble, but even before then, they said she should have been on her early in the game. They didn't put her on her until like late.
They had Haley Van Lith on.
She was two white girls going each other, and one of them had to be black because Caitlin Clark was black. The other girl was just pure white. He was schooling her.
Haley Van Lith is a whole other story.
Caitlin Clark, different dog.
Hey,
that's a different beast, man.
She's a special female, and I'm glad that Praise Indy is one of our affiliates. I'm gonna go see that lady because she's going to sell out the Indiana Fever the way she's been selling. That she and a Indiana Fever about to come up like they never thought, and it's gonna be fun to watch.
Come on, man. But let me tell you, let's not sleep on NC State. Everybody's talking about Dawn Staley in South Carolina, Iowa, UConn, and they got NC State over here just quietly saying, "Oh, y'all just gonna just
agreed."
NC State got some dogs too.
Do they? Okay,
man,
I was gonna
tell you something.
I don't know.
They got some dogs too. So now, are they gonna beat South Carolina? We about to find out. I don't think so. I think South Carolina gonna get them, but let's not. They there for a reason. They didn't just wake up and say, hey, let's put them in the Final Four. They got there for a reason.
But you know what makes it special? The tournament so special. I hear everything you said, but and about NC State, the women. But it's one game. You're not talking about winning a series.
Absolutely.
You're hoping that South Carolina, like they did last season, who they lose to last year?
Iowa.
They lost Iowa. Okay. You had your one time.
So now they're going like this. They're done. and look. LSU is out. 2 checks. Now we let Iowa UConn battle it out.
in a 7-game series, if we're talking,
but Dawn ain't gonna let them say easy win.
Yes,
coach, she is not gonna let this team be like easy win. We got they like here, they right here, dog. They focus so good over there. Them Gamecocks, homie.
Look, as much as I like the NC State story,
it ends.
It ends. Dawn Staley, look.
And if it doesn't end, it's going to be a huge win in sports.
So who you got in the final?
Yeah,
right now.
I got Iowa and South Carolina. I got Iowa and South Carolina. And I got South Carolina winning the whole thing.
I got UConn, South Carolina. I got South Carolina winning.
Yeah, because I think Dawn is going to play the type of defense that I just described. She's going to put some dogs on Caitlin and say, don't let her breathe. Everybody else going to have to try to figure out and get buckets. But Caitlin is not going to drop 30 points on us. Like, if you keep Caitlin under 20 points, you win the game.
Oh, yeah, you can win the game. Absolutely. But ain't nobody seen her get under 20 in some weeks, some months.
I don't even think it happened.
How do y'all feel about, since we're talking about Caitlin, how do y'all feel about what Ice Cube put on the table last week about?
I love it.
What he was saying,
it's marketing.
They want you to talk about drugs, and he been saying that. Ice Cube done got real. Let me tell you something. Cube understand the system. Cube know the game. And Cube was always changing. Remember when NWA came out in 1988, man? They was so radical to music. It was just gangster. I hate the police. I'm doing out here. We ain't. And then when Ice Cube left, he went on his real social clarity, still hard, but maybe I've been talking about the wrong stuff. Maybe I ain't know that, so his elevation and growth and maturity as a man is phenomenal. And then did you hear Ice Cube say, I got $5 million for Kayla?
That's what I'm talking about. $5 million, and you ain't got to do them play 10 games. And you may miss 2 WNBA games, but WNBA probably ain't going to allow that.
Oh, was that the rest of it? Yeah. Was that the rest of it? You only going to miss 2 games?
Just 2 games. But I don't think WNBA going to improve it. If she decides to, I think they're going to say make a choice. Either go play in the Big 3 or come over here and play in W. Now, I believe that it's a no-brainer. It's been her childhood dream to be in the WNBA. And she finna knock the doors down. She's gonna be the first multi-million dollar
money. She's gonna be able to get her money.
She's gonna be the first multi-million-dollar player in the WNBA and provide opportunities for other players to get paid more too. She's that player that's about to make this thing happen.
Want Harmony in there. Let's get this money before Harmony get there.
Where's this money coming from the WNBA?
They gonna find it.
Okay, but right now I can name other players that deserve money more than Caitlin, who's just coming in.
Caitlin about to help make that happen. I'm trying to tell you.
She better take that $5 million. She better take that $5 million that Ice Cube is throwing at him right now, because she's gonna get if she did that, even if she went to the 3-on-3 league, they will beat her down. She's playing against men. I don't care what you say. She's playing against men.
We didn't say that she was going. No, we didn't say she was going to
light up. Be sweet. We were just saying she had
take the $5 million.
Marketing. It's marketing. That's all it is.
Okay.
First of all, everybody's talking about Ice Cube in the Big 3. He don't care if you add Caitlin to it or nothing. Ice Cube in the Big 3. Remember my name.
But you're not gonna make that. Rock said she's gonna be the first
multi-million-dollar player in the WNBA.
No.
Yes,
I believe she's going to make her money on the back end with long, with Tide and companies that's going to say, we want you to be our spokesman for 3-4 years. And that's what I think.
She going to get them endorsements anyway. I promise you. The
I
WNBA
give you
is
that.
gonna have to
About to
find this money, open
Get
up
this
this
lady
book,
some money.
and say
Get this
because
lady
they
some
already
money.
know, man. I'm telling you, man.
Stop,
Caitlin,
stop screaming broke. Stop screaming
Man,
broke,
come on,
WNBA.
man.
I ain't
Come
gonna
on.
sit and pretend I know everything about the WNBA, and I probably watched 2 games since they've been around.
I went to a bunch of Atlanta Dream games. I ain't gonna lie.
But you can't sit up and tell me that the other females in the locker room. I know what you're saying, but if the WNBA can find the money to give her a multi-year deal, those other women that's been in the league,
You like Colorado did. They was like, we don't know how we gonna pay Dion. We'll get it.
Hey.
But we're talking about the WNBA. That's college football. That's two different things.
Hey, WNBA people, Super Dave saying y'all ain't hitting on nothing. Y'all ain't giving nobody nothing. Okay. Y'all ain't Super Dave.
I will want to say it. Even their players are saying it.
No, you're right. No, you're right. That's why they gotta play overseas.
Yeah,
to pick up their real money.
But that's gonna change. But I will say this.
Go ahead.
I will say this. Don't think it's gonna be easy for Caitlin Clark at the WNBA level. Them women, they ain't gonna let her just come in and say, okay, it's gonna be like this. Thank you for bringing all this great attention to our game. Thank you for all that hype. But when that tip go up, we ain't just gonna we ain't gonna let you just run around here and take all these doggone shots, and we still gonna D you up. We still gonna try to shut you down. Now, is she gonna be the same player in WNBA that she is in college? I don't think so. But is she still gonna make a huge impact? Yes, she will.
At Super Dave, ask Brittany Griner what she think Caitlin Clark gonna do.
So Brittany Griner, what do you think that Caitlin Clark's gonna do in the WNBA?
I think she's gonna do a whole lot of things.
The voice got deep. Hold on, Brittany.
Hopefully she doesn't play overseas. They are out here sexually trafficking and kidnapping and putting people in jail. So I just hope she stays in America, get her money. And if anybody need me, I'll start for $40. I don't even care what.
How's Brittany's voice deeper than yours? No, look, man, Caitlin's finished. She's changing the game, and she's gonna have an amazing career in the WNBA.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch her. I would love to make her, but I've been kind of watching the WNBA since the Vegas, the Aces is kind of sweet.
Aces, okay.
All the girls from the Aces was really, really good in college, but they got a black squad of fine females over there that can hoop straight up. So good luck, Caitlin. How about that?
Indeed. So let's talk about LeBron James, man. We're gonna go to LeBron James real fast before we get up, and then we got hit Al B. Sure. Which one you want to talk about next? LeBron?
Let's go to LeBron and then close him out with Al B. Sure.
All right, cool, man. That's coming up next.
What do you think about
I hate y'all homies.
When it comes to influence, since I've been watching the game, the most influence on the game, and obviously we know what Mike did for the game.
Sure.
Steph and Allen Iverson are the two biggest influential guys in our game since I've been watching it and covering it. One, they're 6'3", 6'4", if you want to.
Steph's not 6'4".
If you want to look on the back of a basketball card, you're always a lot taller on the back of the basketball card. Allen Iverson and Steph, they were just so relatable, and kids felt like they could be them. They were guys that was not always counted on. They were small in stature, and they just defined the odds.
Let me tell you something. Allen Iverson is really 5'11", probably 165, MVP, whole problem. I'm 6 foot and stood next to him a gang of times. He ain't 6 foot. I'm 6 foot from the military. So what happened in the military, Dave, when you get in, they weigh you and they know what you're going to say. They say, how tall are you? And you go, I'm 6'4". And they stand you next to the thing and they go, 5'10". Next.
like I do now when I say
my mama said I was, dog, you be getting, so they was like, Griffin, you 72, you 6 inches, 6 foot all the way. I'm not mad at LeBron saying that. We watched, you know what I'll never forget about Allen Iverson? Because I was actually I was at the stadiums, man. Like interviewing the players after the games and stuff when I was with V103. When they took his tattoos off the media book. So at every game that you go to, they have a really thick media book. That's if you collected all of them, you would have a nice little situation because they had all the players and the new players and the coming players. And when they took his tattoos off the media book, I was like,
yeah,
they really don't like this cat no more, man. Like, I mean, how you? That's before we knew Photoshopping was like really possible, like, you know, filters and stuff. So, what'd you think about LeBron saying Steph and AI?
Well, he of course he said Michael Jordan first.
It off
No,
himself,
he
though.
said
Oh,
Mike, and
God.
it was very short and to the point. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, because everybody understands. Okay, we know what Michael Jordan means to the game. It's like, okay, now who else? That's how I took that. Like, okay, who else besides Michael Jordan? The reason why Allen, he brought street ball to the to the NBA. He brought street ball to the NBA, the baggy shorts, because his shorts was even more baggier than Jordan. And because remember, when Jordan first came in the league, he had the tight shorts too. And then he brought the swag, he brought the cornrows, the tats, all that. He brought street ball to the league. So as far as Steph, I mean, he took what Reggie Miller did, and
I like that analogy. I like the Reggie.
Oh man, he took that. It's like
Steph
he
didn't come all hard. Here I am. I'm Steph Curry. He built his way up. He built his way up. He built his way up. He practiced. He practiced.
He took that 3-point shot and took what. Let's even go with Larry Bird. I mean, Larry Bird and Reggie Miller. These guys, these 3-point legends. He took that and made it look easy. Like, he was like, so that changed the whole game. Now all kids, what they want to do.
All kids want to shoot.
They want to shoot half court. Right. and that's why Caitlin is who she is. It's like, man, so those two players are great examples on how they really influence the game on all different levels. That's my opinion.
But that's not what he said. Yeah, he mentioned Mike at the beginning. That's why I can't stand LeBron. He mentioned Mike at the beginning. That's fine. But he said the biggest influence in the NBA. And he named two guys, which is fine, Allen Iverson and Steph Curry. But there's no one. You can't even put them in the same category. Not even him that has the biggest influence more than Michael Jordan. He made the statement. Hold on. He made the statement. He made the statement by saying, this word, I understand what you're saying, Rock, but what he said was, since I've been watching basketball. So even as a kid, you mean to tell me as you're growing up, Allen Iverson and AI are the two guys? No, it's one person. One person.
Dog, I stopped listening to you so long ago. You such a LeBron hater, and it just seeps out.
No, y'all love LeBron. No, because you're not listening to what he said.
No,
he gave Michael Jordan his props. He didn't.
No, he didn't.
Hold on. Here we go, right here. Let's hear exactly what he said in the beginning, so you can make your point.
When it comes to influence, since I've been watching the game, the most influence on the game. And obviously, we know what Mike did for the game.
Sure.
You know.
No.
Steph and Allen Iverson are the two biggest influential guys.
Now he says that. The biggest influence. And they're not. Don't sit up here and do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, then. Put the whole thing down.
What just happened?
Don't just say I'm hating on LeBron James. This is kind of stupid stuff he says all the time. And we just sweep it under the rug. I'm not that person. Michael Jordan is the only guy. What number is LeBron wearing right now?
23.
Because of who?
Michael Jordan.
That's the biggest influence. I think it
Once
was
again.
one video. It was one video that was after, and I saw it maybe a couple of weeks ago, where some dude was in an auditorium with a lot of kids, and he asked them he gave all the stats about Michael Jordan being the GOAT, and then he said, everybody that's wearing Michael Jordan tennis shoes, stand up. The whole room stood up. And then he said, okay, you can sit back down. And everybody's wearing LeBron James shoes, stand up. Nobody stood up.
Yeah.
That's the impact. That's the impact of Michael Jordan. He's the biggest influence. Nobody else. Nobody else.
I agree with you. I ain't disagreeing with you there, purple guy.
But you're saying I'm a hater on LeBron.
No,
James.
Griff said you was a hater.
You're a hater. You're a LeBron hater though. Like overall though.
No, I think he's phony. I think he's a great player.
That's hence the hate.
I'm just saying, I think he's phony. I hate you now. I'm putting you in that same category.
See, LeBron, it goes around in circles. LeBron is fine.
Man, I think LeBron is. Here's what I take from it. Let me remix it for you. Maybe you can understand it a different way. Super Divil. Everyone, when you think of greatest of all time basketball, the first name out of everybody's mouth, most of the time, 99% of the time, is Michael Jordan. I think LeBron is like, let me shed some light on some other players that had a big influence on the game as well. So he's like, we all know what Michael Jordan did. That's not him dismissing Michael Jordan, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing to talk about.
That's
but he
like,
was
we all know who the GOAT is.
Really since I was in, since I played. Since
you said, let me also add some more guys who was a big influence on the league. He didn't say it like that. He said these guys are the biggest. No, he said these guys are the biggest influence on the league.
Okay, so after Michael Jordan. After Michael Jordan. He just didn't say after Michael Jordan. He didn't just use the words.
So nobody else can say anything. And address Michael Jordan as Michael Jordan, not Mike. Hell.
I like to be like Mike. That's the commercial said, right? They didn't say I like to be like Michael Jordan.
He want to be the king.
I want to be like Mike.
Look at white man for real, y'all. Look at him, man, for real.
I'm getting hot now. You know, don't do this.
Look at him. He flexing the backs.
There you go. There you go. You want to bust out that shirt.
Yeah. He's so phony, man. And he also said it was after the game a couple of nights ago, and they asked him about him leaving the game. Okay, Negro, we know you're gonna leave. You're not gonna play forever. Father Time will come knocking at the door. But he wants y'all to feel sorry for him. So when they don't win the NBA championship this year, he has something to fall back on. Now, what is LeBron gonna do? Is he gonna return? I don't care about LeBron James. I don't.
Hey.
I'm sick of him. Like I'm sick of Beyonce. I'm sick of all of them.
All right. Well, that's all
LeBron.
What did
Beyonce do to you, man?
That whole damn song with Jolene. I'm sick of Beyonce. I think we overhype these people. We overhype. Well, LeBron overhyped himself. He want to be the greatest of all time. But I'm just sick of everybody.
All right.
I'm looking at you guys. I'm sick of y'all right now too.
Look, this is time to shift. Let's shift gears and get ready to get up out of here because you talking nonsense now, dog. You ain't even making sense.
I'm being real. I'm preaching. You don't want to hear the gospel. That's all.
All right. So
well, we hate your church. Yeah, since you hate everybody else.
Sometimes they say when you argue with a fool, you become one. So I ain't even gonna indulge in that doggone it. So let's talk about Albie Shore, Diddy, the whole situation. A lot of people don't know that Diddy's oldest son, Quincy, is actually biological son of Albie Shore.
Oh, you can look at him.
But
when
LeBron,
they
yeah, now you got me talking about LeBron. I'm about to say, but LeBron James raised him.
You better not say it. You better not say it. I'll walk out.
The Super Dave effect has hit me.
Now look, now LeBron hates you, Rock T, for spreading rumors.
We'll get into that next, man. Then we get ready to get up out of here. All right, so real quick, everybody knows what's going on with Diddy. Unless you've been up under a rock, he's got all these lawsuits and investigations going on about, man, you name it, Griff. I mean, it's like the dude.
Well,
I think his legacy.
When I left, everybody was getting arrested, and the cop Miami and his houses and his kids they wasn't getting arrested. People were being handcuffed. Now, I can tell you, I haven't been arrested before, but I have been handcuffed a number of times. So getting arrested and getting handcuffed is a bedroom.
What you do in the bedroom, we don't want to know about.
Right, keep that off the airwaves.
If it ain't foot on my neck. Anyway, explain to me what happened, because I was just asking the other day, did Diddy get arrested? And they was like, no. So it's probably going to be a bunch of lawyers that's, went to this man's house and you locked up people. And so we'll
a whole bunch of alleged sex trafficking type stuff going on. So at the end of the day, man, if you didn't know that Diddy's oldest son, Quincy, is his stepson. He raised him, but Albie Shore is his biological father. So Albie
Because Kim
Shore
was out there dating the biggest stars in the world. You understand me? Kim Porter was
Kim
so
Porter.
cool, man. She lived in Atlanta, very, very hung out with that lady so many times. Great spirit. And she's missed too. That's
right.
real.
Rest in heaven, man.
She
Rest
went
in
from
heaven, Kim
Albie Shore to, this was my joke a long time ago. Let me tell y'all. So Albie Shore's son, it was raised by Diddy, right? So, sometimes when Al used to go get his son, he would be like, man, come here, give me a hug. Listen, take this CD to your daddy. Tell him I got some instrumentals and some songs I can sing on. When you get a chance, when you get a chance, son.
And the son's like 3.
Tell your daddy. Look, tell your daddy that I got some.
Yeah. Tell your daddy.
What happened? What happened?
Albie Shore, he posted on social media, man, just urging his son Quincy Brown to leave P. Diddy. He can come home. Like, you don't have to.
Hey, Al. I have no home over there, Al. I live in mansions.
But that's
please
dad.
stop texting me on social media.
That's the part. Say it again, bro.
Please stop texting me on social media. Me and my family is going through something right now, and we would respect our privacy, even from you, Dad. And I never gave him that CD because them songs sucked. Sin.
So the way I once again, you know me, I take things different ways. I think that Albie Shore and his son Quincy Albie has always kind of gave him an olive branch. Hey son, home is always home to you. If you ever want to come home, I would love to have you, whatever. But I think Quincy said, I'm over here in the mansion. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. So now that all this stuff is happening, he's just being a dad. He's like, look, son, the door's still open.
I like that part. I understand. Okay, I ain't look at it like that. Okay, he said you can still come home.
Rock, why are you there?
My door's always been open to you, son. Go ahead.
Why is it on social media? Why?
That part, I'm with you. Leave it on social media.
That's the part that makes me mad, because at that point you're being selfish and you're looking for attention. It's not about your son, because you can find ways. If you don't have your son's number, you can find a way to get the number. You can find a way for your son to contact you, and y'all keep it private. That's the problem with the entire world. Everything has.
I thought Albie Shore was sick. Is he okay? That's the question.
I thought he was sick at one point. Yes,
he was with our radio company, and he had to pull out because he was having health problems.
Yeah, he came this close, man. So God definitely stepped in.
So how you gonna hold me when I need something? When
he's fine now, dog. Dark, boy, that was dark.
That's what a comedian does. They dark.
Ralph Trevin came in and said, I got you, Albie. You cool.
You understand me?
Yeah. Ralph said, thanks for the check.
And tell Quincy to call me. That's what Ralph said. Tell Quincy to call me.
I'm going to teach you sensitivity.
I also got some music for Quincy's daddy.
My solo career, I'm coming back, Ralph Trash, man. I'm still sensitive.
I mean, does Al still make music?
He still performs. I
haven't, not in the last 2 years, because I know he was really sick, dog. I ain't being funny no more. Like, they was saying that y'all send condolences and prayers, and like he was he sent a picture of himself hooked up to wires, and so I'm just glad he good enough to text. But all this AI, who knows if it was.
But there's one song by him that I really love that he wrote back in the day. Tevin Campbell's song, Along With You. He wrote that one. You don't remember that one?
That song, didn't he? He did write that song, didn't he?
Al had a pen. Nobody knew for a minute. Al had a pen.
You wrote for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So there it is, man. So before we get up out here,
Diddy.
Maybe he did. Diddy just didn't pay him, which a whole nother situation on why his artists started leaving him, because Diddy didn't pay everybody. That's a whole nother. It's just ironic. It's ironic, man.
Thing, it all stems from that girl, that young lady that said she had been with him 6 years, and now and sexually.
You talking about Cassie?
Cassie,
yeah. And my contract, and then he made everybody sign. No, then he told everybody they was going to get residuals or get they masters. But when he gave them their masters, he also made them sign a non-disclosure agreement, so nobody from Bad Boy ever is gonna be able to say anything. So one thing you can't do, if I have this is the entertainment reality. Y'all been to famous people's houses. We've hosted things at famous people's mansions. We've had contests with come meet so-and-so at their house. And you can have as many cameras in your house as you want to. I got a camera in my house my wife don't know about. She better not ever do nothing in my house, but that's a whole nother story. But the part that's right, the part that's people is mad about because you like, man, I went to one of them stupid parties though.
Yeah.
Like, man, I hope my camera don't come out. I hope footage of me in one of them parties don't show up.
Y'all heard what Luke said. He said he was at one party.
And he left.
He left.
And you know when Luke is leaving your party, you doing some
started the nasty.
Right. And he's like, oh shoot, this is
Luke.
I'm
Luke
out of here.
Defended, dog.
Luke was like, pearls. Luke was like, oh.
I do want to see. I mean, I know we're not going to ever see this, but I want to know what's on those cameras, and I'm pretty sure they know what's on those cameras. Names will be mentioned later on down the line.
Yeah, man.
Diddy ain't never been no snitch, so he ain't gonna tell. He gonna eat it by himself. He got 1 million lawyers, dog. He
threatened to release some information on Jay-Z. He's like, if I'm going down, everybody going down with me.
Asking me in South Africa.
He said that?
Dog. Somebody just asked me what's up with the Jay-Z and the Diddy and the Beyonce. I said,
allegedly, he said, if I go down, I ain't going down by myself. Now he didn't throw no names out there. He didn't throw no names out there, but Jay-Z keep coming up. But that's all I gotta say. All right, so last but not least, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, of course, they going through a rocky divorce. Taylor says that dad is confusing their daughters with his new lady friend. So she don't want dad to date, to have no new women friends around their kids, pretty much. What y'all think about that?
I'll go first. Women who listen to this show, thank y'all. We love y'all. Y'all are awesome. We love women. But women, when a relationship is over, you don't have no more say so. Now you're a co-parent, and I'm gonna pay child support, and I'm gonna see you at birthdays and everything else, but you don't get to do nothing in my house. You don't get to, when she over there, make sure she got on a, nope, might do the opposite just because you told me. Like, you don't know women think they slick. He's confusing their children. No, they know their mom and they know their dad and they know Miss Rachel and they know Mr. John. No one's confused. So stop trying to make it look like it's the kids. It's you. Y'all are divorced. It's over. He could have when you divorce, you ain't married.
I never have to go through anything like this because I've been with my wife since day one. Well, I hate y'all. Don't get your finger down.
The jury is still out there on that.
Hey, Dave, let us see one picture. You just pull out one picture, and then we'll tell all the people outside the studio to put the petition down, and we just need one picture, homie, preferably a marriage one.
Can I get to my point?
Go ahead, man.
Get no pictures right now. Look, I don't want to be in that situation, but I'm not going to be like all these other people I've seen in the past where they say, the kids come over and they go, well, no, this is
You're going to be so hurt and mad, Dave, that your now new ex-wife ain't going to be able to have no dude, ain't going to be able to have, she's going to be so scared. Like, don't act like you're going to be nice and peaceful, dog. The neighbors hate you at Christmas, dog. How you think your divorced wife goes?
know me so well.
Rock T, you see him trying to set it up, Rock.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't never been in that Rock. Just from 94 episodes, we know you're gonna be Teyana Taylor. That's what you're gonna be. What you're over there doing is confusing the kids. They're 26 and 30. Confusing
my
is
ex-wife.
confusing.
You talking about my ex-wife having guys come over and my kids over there? Oh hell
Look
no.
at her. Look,
Oh, hell
trying to
no.
control the house. Rock.
I can do it, but how the hell she can't do it? Those are my
Good.
kids. Those are my kids, and they know it's
That's
only
all
one
we
king.
needed to know, Dave. Thanks.
Only
We're
one
good.
king, and that
We're
is
good
me.
down here.
Not King James. I'm King David. Remember that. What you got to say? I know you got something to say. I know you do. I know you do.
I'm not.
Can't even
Ladies
take
and
him
gentlemen,
serious.
How did you think that was going to go in your own mind? You listen to the show all the time.
Yeah,
What you
I'm
start
King David. Cool.
I hate y'all.
Only dude that fights himself.
I'm gonna be like Angel. I'm gonna be like Angel Reese, and I'm getting picked on, and
You got,
I can't deal with this. I try to be strong for my people, my friends, but they can see I'm really going through something right now. And
At the end of the day,
Rock
Teyana and Iman just talk. And
Well-
if you start, just look. Now, do you want 5 different women, in your kid's life all at the same time? Of course not. But if he moves
Why?
on and starts dating,
why? Your father's dating.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but
Why?
you
Why can't he have 5 different females around
I
his
would
kid?
have
Why?
10. Again, Rock,
it depends on the age of the kids. Now, how old are the kids? Let's
It could
start
be
there.
Well,
five-
they was
five-
always, they got to be 5, 6.
yeah.
Nah, that's too many. That's too many. Like, he can date 5. He can date 100 women if he want to. But I ain't bringing them around my kid yet until I know one of these is gonna be serious or whatever.
Oh,
now,
no. I was.
yeah, so
my kids saw me. My boys saw me. I had 1,000 females.
No.
They ain't care.
Because
I'm not
here's
letting
what it's
nobody
telling.
get that
Here's
close.
what, especially if you got daughters.
Yeah.
Like, you got daughters looking at
Yeah,
dad.
I ain't get daughters till I was grown. So
Okay,
I
so
would have probably not
whatever.
had.
if you got daughters, I had daughters, and
All right.
because I was divorced when my first wife, when that first marriage didn't work out, and I started dating Crystal. I didn't just immediately introduce the girls to Crystal, and it was
Oh,
like,
no, nobody get to see the.
nah, and even
But I
even
had
a couple,
boys.
even a
You
couple
right.
dates that I went on before
Yeah.
I got serious with Crystal. It's like they never saw my lyric and harmony. It's like no, because now they can't see daddy, going through dating all these women, and now as a young girl looking up to this, they think, oh, then I can just go date a whole bunch of different men,
I
and
I take that. It's different when there's daughters. It's different, but you still can't control nobody's house. That's the bottom line. And guess what? When the divorce is new, the anger be too. Bottom line, when the divorce is new, it's going to take you. It took me about 20 months to get it together with and to co-parent properly because you be mad. You be mad and then you got to focus because actually right now that is over. And the future is raising these 2, making sure they got everything or however many you got, making sure they good. So co-parenting, you got to be mature when you co-parent because co-parenting ain't a game.
I wouldn't want to bring them home with them home anyway, because when it's time to put my foot on her neck, she can make all kind of noises. I don't want to be in that situation. That's why you got to find yourself at a motel. Motel 6 is good enough for me.
You know who also?
I know you can still hear my voice. On that note,
Rock T, we can't see you, but hold on. Rock,
I know.
You know who
I'm doing that for a
also wants
reason.
also wants somebody to come home? I'll be sure. He don't care if it's his son. He don't care if he just wants somebody at the crib. Please.
I say, man, on that note, we up out of here, man. Episode number 94. Coming to a close. Continue to tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe.
Send your
download.
questions in. Send the questions in.
Questions
We need questions from people.
Click the link on social media and you can ask us a question. We'll answer it. If you have any thoughts and opinions, whatever, put it all out there at I Hate the Homies. There it is. Rock teases who I be, and deuces.
Mr. Go Blue, Mr. Nchebe in South Africa, man. I hate the homies. Stay blessed.
And this is your boy, King David. the new GOAT after Michael Jordan. But guess what, y'all? We don't care. Oh,
I actually care, dog. I'm actually offended, and I'm KC, take me off of this thing, dog. I'm having
man. I'm out of here, man. Let's go.
KC.
Hurry up. Stop it.
Reboot me, KC. Reboot me.
Yeah, AI generate me something, dog. On it.
I hate the homies.